Okay, so I've done one of these once before, and I was pretty bad then, but it didn't go so well. And pretty much, I'm just explaining the thoughts I have as I play in this tournament, and letting everyone see how I play and my thoughts, and like you'll see how much I suck. Maybe we'll find out, and hopefully I go for a deep run, and maybe I can not be an idiot. So I'm trying to balance my screen out here. Um, these are the PokerOwned.com carbon free rolls. There are 4 of them a day. This is the second one, which generally probably gets the smallest field of all 4, which is great because they all pay 10 spots. There's a lot of calling stations and fish in these, and there's also a lot of good players in these too. I'm in a pretty balanced table. Mitch next to me is pretty good. Dame's pretty good. Logson's pretty good. CI's is very unusual, but he's alright. And Panlick and Raising Hell and Cat are all, in my opinion, not as good. No offense to them. So, the August gets like, well, I'm just being blunt about it, sorry. They get to an all-in with a Queen Jack, Ace King. It's not poker, that's just bingo, whatever. So, I don't know, Raising Hell is very odd. His style is pretty much just get a huge stack or die fighting too early. Then he practically just tightens up like crazy and then bin cashes at the bubble. It's really a very odd strategy I don't quite understand trying to accomplish, but that's okay. Basically early in these tournaments, all I want to do is try to win the small pots while we're deep stacked against weaker players. Situation comes up, or if the situation doesn't come up, then just set mining. If the situation doesn't come up, then I have to start focusing on other things, stealing blinds when I can. Get into all-ins when I have small edges, things like that I don't want to fall back on. If I don't, I will. When I need to, and it's a good play to do so. But yeah, I play with this flop. Now, normally, especially in a 4-way pot like this, it's just not a very good play to see bet always, but this board's low, and Palik's a little bit of a calling station to make call 32 overs, and any of these guys could have a pair, including Mogson, very likely have a pair in his range. But I can narrow the field a little bit, and I have all sorts of backdoor things, as well as if I hit my ace or king. Palik just calls, he just calls. I now pick up the redraw to the flush, which is going to happen not too often, it's only whatever, that's 9 outs. But what it is that it is at equity. My hand's never good right now, but I'm definitely going to need at least an ace or king to make it good, and that's not going to give me a odds to call. Which is okay. Just fold, wait for another stay, and let him just be the idiot he is. I'm going to flush right now, yeah. Not much to that hand, and we're off with a boring start. Okay. Just get a bunch of limpers. A lot of people just limp in these, and it makes it really hard to isolate, so I don't really focus on isolation too much, even when I'm deep enough to, because it's almost impossible to isolate when you have so many calling stations. We'll call a 3-bet with the same requirements we'll call a regular raise. There's no thought process behind it. Those people see 2 paints, they're like, yes, all in! And I've been nuts, and it's like, there's so much more than that. The cool thing about that is that when they raise, which like you see on Pan, like if a VP of a 30 and a PFR 4, when he raises, you pretty much instantaneously know, okay, he has aces, kings, or queens. And by the same token, if he's just calling, you know, okay, well, he has paints in his range, he has weaker hands in his range, but he doesn't have those aces, kings, and queens, and he's playing very straightforwardly. So it's almost like you can just call him down if you have a huge hand, and if you don't have a huge hand, and he's just checking, he'll just probably, maybe not him, but a lot of the players like Shadowree will probably just check behind. So you're really getting free cards for nothing, and it's helps you pocket control a little bit. But I mean, the players in these are really unpredictable too, in the sense that they are fish. And I try to take notes and just learn things as I go. And you know, Panless Trollbait up there, he's like extremely crazy, reckless, and he'll draw without the right odds to draw just inside straights and whatever else you could call over a pot-sized bet. And that's another thing why these tournaments are profitable, because there's so many players in these who don't understand the game dynamics and don't understand how to approach such a game. And because there are players who like that in these tournaments, and they're, well, first of all, they're free chip ups, but they're putting points from Earn a Poker Owned to join these free rolls, and eventually they're just giving money to prize pools in the long run. I mean, maybe they'll cash once in a great while by getting lucky in a few spots, but players like that, are really good for the prize pool because they're adding numbers and they're giving chips. How nice. One interesting dynamic is that this table lasts, so we're table 2, we're probably to the final table, so it's the final table, is that, interesting, is that, the players behind me, all 3 of the ones behind me, are the tight players table, but also the good players at my table. So, I'm gonna have position on all of them if once the weaker players get eliminated. And that could put me in some interesting situations too. We'll have to wait and play that by ear to see how the table dynamic changes. Now Gregor is at our table. That's another player that is very atypical. And he's okay. I mean, he's not a great player, but he's not that bad. But he just has a very atypical style. And how he plays, and some makes it hard to know. Ranges and so on and so forth sometimes. I remember them letting everyone just donk around and fish and limp and fight each other for all these pots that aren't even worth fighting for. And I'm just gonna take the pots that nobody wants later on, or win big pots with big hands now against these players. Not much more to it at this stage. There'll be more to think about once a lot of these fish either get moved from the table or knock each other out, which is gonna happen for at least another level or 2. Maybe even 3. Remember Coyote Gal called the mail in once, like right in the, or that was not altogether. She called it all in once in the bubble. We were like chip leader, second chip leader, and she called me with Queen 8 off. And I was so pissed off. I had like an Ace King suited or something. The flop was like Queen something, and I was just infuriated. Oh my gosh, I was whining about that for like a week. Okay. Now here, if actually folds around to me, I'm gonna limp, not because limping is the play by the book, but because these guys here are gonna give me a ton of value if I can hit my hand, and I'm not really looking to hit flop just a top pair, middle pair. I'm looking to flop like big draws, flushes, 2 pair hands, and really stack off for way more than it's worth. And I miss altogether, so I can just check fold. The point. What's interesting, everyone whiffs. Everyone checks, and then now which means they should all be weaker than I. Now they're all betting around the circle and calling. And I'm wondering if they're just calling with overcards or what they're doing. It's hard to know against this year opponents what they're doing. Maybe if one of them just has a 5 in their hand, or picked up a flush draw. The ranges are very wide, and I mean that's probably because nobody's really making an effort to change that. Oh, and you got the straight in the river. It's a very interesting way to play that out. Again, none of these players behind me are really big on raising. So, I know that I'm not going to get raised out of the pot very often. I do the probably a big hand. So I can just limp, play completely against the grains of what I should be doing in these kind of spots, and try to outplay these players after the flop when I hit hands. And it's a very small ball approach, but in a sense it works against these kind of players very well. I have to be careful of pot control and understand where I'm at in the hand. If I hit 7 as a top pair or something, I can't go broke with it because there's almost no chance to be good, and that doesn't work. And racing hell is being him. And he steals like 40 chips through whatever big hand he probably had. Set running is correct. Again, I'm trying to go back and why I'm feeling so wide limping range here, and it's not because, oops, it's not because of it's correct play by the books, because these players' PFRs behind me are very little. They're not raising much, but they're all limping a ton. I don't think my 8s are good, but with these big players and these guys being calling stations behind me, I'm probably okay to draw for the 5% out 2-outer and try to get a ton of chip. I needed to chip up early, that's the main goal. And there's a small chance that, there's a small chance that it's just Wolf who had like over kind of cards, so they got a big draw. Mitch has a 10 in his hand. I wonder if I can get him off of it. I'm gonna call again because it's just purely a float. The hand is not good here ever. But I know that I can pick up this pot against these guys. In the spot, enough of the time that's worth it. This is a bluff. This is not for value. This is not because I think I have any equity. I don't. I'm never good here. This is purely a bluff. I'm almost 100% sure it's going to work if somebody didn't just pick up like ace queen and just got there, queen 9 or something. I'm not going to show because I don't want them to know what I was doing, but they'll probably, if they see this video, they'll know. So that was purely a bluff that I knew was going to go work because the fact that if Mitch and Mogson had 10s, they're betting for value, their hand can never be good against a range, and they're good enough to know that. And so, what can they beat? Unless they just woke up with like queen 9, ace queen, Mogson just c-betting, or not c-betting, but just betting the flop. So, but my float on the turn was purely designed to make sure I won that hand on the river, knowing that if any kind of scare card, straight kind of card first of all came out, they can't really call. Already over or whatever. Also, it would be really hard for them to call if one did it, because of the king on board and whatever else. And I'm under the gun here, and I have the blinds and the button as good players, and button has dominated chip stack. There's no reason to get involved here, especially with all the calling stations behind me. He's such a troll, Pan. It's just everything he does is trolling. Even the way he plays is just meant to troll. It's not meant to be anything else. on the forums and PokerOwned, he just trolls. No one really likes him at all. He's just a troll. Which is interesting because Gregor is a little bit of a troll too. He's just saying he trolls. Oh, okay. My 2 is not good here almost ever. And when it is, it's going to be blown over the pot or somebody's going to draw me. Oh. Well, Mitch just does. Mitch has a huge hand here. Maybe. He probably has a set. Honestly, he's hoping somebody has a queen with this. Yeah. Can we show? Show? Oh, queen deuce. Okay, same difference. The big hand. Trying to get value from somebody with a queen. And if there's no raises in front of me, I can outplace guys after the flop and for 25 chips. Regular never raises a monster. You get anyway to the monster. That's another. But this is odd. My queen could be good. Probably is. That could be called by worse, but I want to turn cards to peel off. And I think that Panic will bluff anything here, and he won't fold any hard in his hand. But he always chases draws so much. So I'm assuming he wants to see the turn come off and see what it is. Gregor calling is interesting. They probably both have a heart in their hand. I just want to see a heart not come off, and now I can bet for value. Or I could bet for value. But Hanlick is actually gonna fire any missed draw. So unless he just woke up with a Jack 9 and stuff that's a Jack hearts, no, maybe not. How about getting value? They neither of them have a hand. They both have a heart in their hand. They have nothing. They both have a 5. That was really bad. Don't listen to me. I suck. I suck. I thought Hanlick would have bet that out with any heart, 1 heart. You chase it like crazy, but I guess I could have bet maybe for a little bit of value then. I just thought that if Hanlick missed a heart and had no hand, he'd bet like double the pot because he's done that in the past. There's way more value in that, but I guess he would do a 5, play a 5 like that as well, even though he should play 5 like that. So I mean, I guess it makes sense in in the after post analysis, whatever. But I think I could bet maybe I lost the value then. I'm not sure. I think way more of his range includes heart, a single heart there on the turn, and even though maybe he would have bet more with the heart, maybe he would have bet closer to pot size. I have to think about that. I'm not sure. And watch how he plays. And Logs and bets here. There's 0 chance. Oh well, maybe I'm in bet. Yeah, these definitely have a big hand. Yeah, and he woke up with 2 pair at the end. One thing about Logson is if you bet he bets really small on the river with big bait hands, and really big on the river with his bluffs. I don't think he thinks how to size it correctly, or to balance his range a little bit, but I don't think he needs to against those players anyways behind us. Lowest few limp, and they're not really limping types. Mitch might be limping behind with just kind of, a small pair to set line. I don't want to give him the odds to do that. Also, Dame doesn't really raise, so she has 20% of her range of red types of hands kind of represented in that, and without the top 5 in that range. Gregor calls. That's an interesting call. I'm on a bit of the shit about where I'm at going. He's getting now. Everybody's gonna have odds to call, including Mitch via set writing. Meant not though. He's tight. That's really what I didn't want to happen. This board is pretty interesting for a few reasons. Anyone has a pair, they're really good here. As hard as they probably won't fold. But the hand is against other Broadway kind of hands. Star Ace King is good. It could be up against another Ace Queen King, Ace Queen easily. So we could have an Ace 9 King 9, I guess. I shouldn't be playing that, but Gregor or Dame might. I want to see a turn. The Jack is pretty bad. Because anyone has a King Jack, Queen Jack, Ace Jack, they obviously just got there. The hand's almost never good. There's almost no chance of them to bluff anyone off anything. Unless they have a small pair and I try to represent the Jack. Anyone can wake up with a Jack or check a Jack, whatever. But I'm gonna bet here. The reason why I'm gonna bet here is if nobody has, if people, Mid-suited dame will likely fold a smaller pair, and I'm a bit tiny, so it looks really value-y. He thinks ace king, like I have ace king here. I'm gonna, instead of he's saying it like, I'm gonna say that. Oh, you're just saying hands, I don't know. I don't know what he has, but the way he's talking is very random and interesting. He could have ace king himself, though I know. That third nine is interesting. This is purely a bluff. It might work, might not work. We'll find out. Oh, well, he didn't have a hand anyways. It hurts. No, it would be interesting if he had ace king. If he would have called. I don't think he would have. I think it's very likely, though, that he would have done the same thing with the same hand. What's that? Hand like those. If he would have had ace queen also, or ace king, would he have called? I don't think he would have. And I think that he would have, maybe a smaller pair he would have folded. Anything with jacks obviously calling, but it's hard against Gregor. But I feel like he would call with a lot of just random high card ace highs also. I think it represents enough of his range. And the pot was already around 2,000 chips, and I didn't have enough. Not quite that high, but close. I didn't have pretty much, if my bluff works, even a third of the time it's profitable as far as chipping up is concerned. And I feel like it works much more often than that, even though it's for, most of my stack. And the flexibility of my stack afterwards would be pretty bad. Gregor is still in the spot where, if he's wrong, he loses his tournament life. And in that spot, it's a little bit harder to make calls like that. I don't feel like he's the type of player to really just make hero calls, even though he does call kind of light sometimes. I think even though he's not that great of a player, he's good enough to understand the dynamics in which he won't call with complete air like ace highs, or like really small pairs. Maybe if he had like specifically like tens or something, he'd call. I don't know. It's hard to know. And when it's for your tournament life, if you're not sure, it's that marginal. Somebody like him, I think he folds usually. And I could be wrong about that. I don't really understand his game well enough to say that for sure. But my guess would say, that's purely a guess, he'd probably fold a hand like that within his range because of just the way he plays. And I just had a feeling that he'd fold, and I can't really explain that feeling. But the way he was talking, too, also added into that, in the sense that he's asked me ace king, ace queen, as if to try to get me to shut down with those kind of hands. He didn't want me to flip bet again because he wouldn't know where he was at, or if I had one of those kind of hands, he wanted to bluff me maybe out of when he has this flush draw. And I didn't know that at the time or think about that situation. But if he had a hand like aces, kings for himself, would he ask the ace king, ace queen? Because what's the point of asking me what I have? I mean, on the turn before, when I still going to most likely bet another street as I've been taking the lead. So him saying that, it looked like him wanting me to shut down if I did have that. So he'd have an idea where he was at in the hand, and it might have been that was the main reason where that helped me in my decision a little bit, because I know, hey, this guy will not do that with, aces. He won't do that with, a hand that has like aces, kings, the hand that has a lot of equity, maybe some random 9 at the time I've been set. That I would have picked up. It's just he would have done it with those hands because he wouldn't want me to shut down. He'd want me to keep betting, most likely, just call another street down. So by him asking me, do I have these hands, and randomly adding kings to the end, it made it seem like he wanted me to shut down. And when he makes it seem like he wants me to shut down, then I obviously have to keep betting. And even though my hand was a bluff, it was a little bit of a range merger, in that it was trying to get other aces to fold, even though it was most likely good. And because I wasn't getting anything else to fold that was already ahead of my range anyways. So I think it works pretty well. We're not range, but you guys know what I meant before. Panics being his normal calling station, seeing any flop they can see cheaply, and not knowing how to get away from the flop when he has anything. And it's just being a normal nit and unaggressively, just checking down when he misses because Panic will call anything anyways, and it's fun! It's okay, Mitch, you're awesome. I tease Mitch a lot. I put a bounties on him yesterday and whatever else. I mean it good-naturedly. It's fun. Yeah, that's kind of obvious. He's a troll. Oh, I guess Rocket's town joined a table at some point. That was my contention, I guess. It's not his. It's okay. Yeah, he's very odd. I don't quite understand a lot of the stuff he does. But yeah, 1 second, I'm trying to think about this. The dame just limps. She is arranged with a lot of overcards and ultimately meaningless to fold. And it also includes a lot of like small pairs, whatever. And check a street, she'll play straightforwardly. If she checks behind, she doesn't have anything. And unless this queen just sit there, I can take from the spot right now. Look like I have the queen. If she calls, then she probably won't hit the queen, maybe she has an ace high. In any case, she's not folding here. Ever. And I might lose the middle process. Yeah, I should have folded there. You don't have to bet too much to make it profitable. Not even worth 50. But going back to Rocket's he seems to play a little different every time I play with him. I've seen him play really tight. I've seen him playing really aggressive. I've seen him play as a calling station, just giving away a stack. And I mean, I think I'm not quite sure why. Maybe he's a little bit bipolar. Who knows? But I don't know. Oh, here's nines. I'm a shoe hand, Penlick's calling station, you'd be calling with like anything for local booking. I don't have the odds to set mine, but I can just shove. And these guys behind me, 2 spots behind me, don't have much of a threat to my stack. And Chiachi is pretty tight, and maybe I can just pick up these spot chips, if not Penlick's. Range includes on my hands at 7-4, other garbage that he probably won't call very often, but when he does, I'm probably pretty good. Wow, he knows how to fold, I didn't know he knew how to fold. It's beautiful. Never seen a fold an ace in my life. Ew, excuse me. Ew, whoa, jeez. What was that? Josh has a big hand, I'm sure. Oh, that's cold. Because he's playing so patiently and well, it's been frustrating when that happens, but frozen? Frozen. And Pan like talks after that he raises again, like never raises his huge hand too, I'm sure. And this guy's it, even though he's giving it away. Oh, fold machine. Does it know how to fold? Despite their name? I don't see the stats up yet, but they're a complete calling station. They'll be hit like 40 probably. Hit the 4, that's interesting. And he could limp a lot of aces. He could also limp a lot of pairs. I don't think my hand's good here very often. It is up against Queen Jack, King Jack, Queen King hands of equity. I'm gonna call one street because you can see bet the flop here with like anything. And ooh, well that changes a lot. Now if he continues, he obviously has an ace. Okay, so he has the ace. I don't want a flush kind of a card to come out. I mean, if he has a flush draw, but I'm not gonna get him to fold. Most of the aces he went to raise pre-flop, and I'm not 100% sure the hand is good against ace king, ace 4, ace 9. And if he wants, we'll see if he wants value or not. Let's see, yeah, he has ace 6. See. And maybe I missed a bet in the river, but I don't think he would have called. Almost 100% sure he wouldn't have called. And if his bet would have been more valuable than my bet. But I have to think about that too because I've been bluffing every hand I've bet so far, and I've been calling down every hand I haven't bluffed, so I haven't bet so far. So that I had the good hand. I have to find a balance between that when I'm playing against players like Logson or Mitch because they're good enough to understand that too and play with it along those lines. But at this stage in the tournament, and with these blinds, I don't really have to worry about that yet. I can just continue to play the way I am and kind of exploit the ABC style. But I'm going to go back to my call last hand. The reason why I called with the King 4, and even though it wasn't perfectly the ace or not, is that if the flush kind of a card came, a straight kind of a card came, or any other card that was a scare card to a weak ace, I almost 100% sure you could get him off his hand. That was the main reason why I did it. Even on top of the equity, on top of the fact I could have possibly been good, and other things. Now I want to be in the same. I want to be limp and try to outplay the Pamela after the flop because Pamela. I'm just like, if he checks, I check behind. Hope a flush card doesn't come out. It's not really a card I want. If he has 4, he's golden. But I have to keep checking because it's him, and if he's king queen, I'm not gonna get bet. I can't believe he checked all these streets. He has probably complete error. Oh well. Wish he had something that I got a ton of value from him. This changes the dynamics a little bit. Mygo just won the last tournament. She's not that great, but she might get lucky. I don't know. And then PokerOwned, there's a promotion called Back to Back. If you win 2 tournaments in a row, you get like a progressive prize pool, and I think it's like $150 per sell right now. So I'm sure they're trying really, really hard. In fact, maybe even too hard just to survive, rather than playing it to win. So I feel like they're I don't know, I have to see their stats. I'm not sure how they play. They're pretty not very regular. But I mean, if they have already fairly tight stats, it's a great steal spot right there when action pulls to their blinds. I'm not really sure about Scrappy either because they're both probably really new members to the site. I see many people are left. Stuff. 39 and 67 left, and it's actually not that much. Like, usually more people eliminated by this stage. It means we're in the shorter stack lighter, which is okay, I guess. I didn't even see what happened. I should have. Finish this double up. Oh, they just checked around the 18 on, and they just checked around in the 11-8. And they say it. See this here. Yeah, so my go is too tight already. And on top of that, they need to win the tournament in order to win the progressive prize pool. Therefore, they're going to be playing to survive way more than they should. They're not good enough to understand the change in dynamics in the sense that they have to win the tournament, they have to, open up and double up and fight for that in some sense. I mean, more to it than that, but they're playing to survive more than they're playing to win. And because they're playing to survive more than they're playing to win, I can steal money from them, especially since Scrappy, right behind her, is a pretty tight player too. It makes it really easy for me to steal blinds over there, especially once the antes kick in at 10 minutes about. So once that happens, assuming nothing changes, I have a really good steal spot. It's kind of cold. Full machine is senior as chip leader. That's like by a huge amount, like over 10k. Is now the below average stack. Everything play every hand. Getting them under the gun +1, and Mish just really extremely tight lamped. And there's no reason to get around all the face breaks anyways. It's 20 big blinds. Yeah. Oh, one thing I never actually said at any point here that is kind of important, actually, is that we're 10-handed in these, unlike a normal 9-handed tournament, so it makes me want to play even a little bit tighter than usual. Maybe like 9% less hands even, something like that. So, in a normal tournament, you're probably supposed to see what is like 21 EPIP on average for the average player. I think it's like 15 to 25. I mean, playing like 10, 20 maybe, spinning around there, maybe a little higher, like 21, 22, is more than okay. Oh, and the other thing about the tracker is my stats are only for this tournament. I can set it up to show all the time, but I don't have it set up that way. Everyone else is for all the hands having it. I can change it just so you guys can see my stats. Be curious what what stats should be. My tracker expires after today. I'm really excited about that. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm gonna buy something, but it's so freaking expensive. I don't know what I'm gonna do. these are my stats in all 10-ended games, which probably includes, other than double or nothings, are not included in those. I think these are the only other 10-ended games I play. It's double or nothings I kind of took out of it, so, what is it? So yeah, like 20k hands in these tournaments. See my numbers. Nothing too exciting. I mean, these are my style, so I mean, that these are necessarily right or wrong for anyone else. Just, yeah. Same as see what happened. Don't really care, to be honest. And I have a great hand in my big blind. And my go-who race is, I don't know how many hands I won them. I don't remember many. I really don't know, I guess. But I hardly ever have raised my data with them, and they were wanting to win and whatever, and others just betting under the gun. I'm sure they have a monster, and not like thinking much of 17 anyways. It's a yawn. I'm tired. I really hope if we can see good runs to, oh gosh. Lucky. I really want him gone. It'd make my life a lot easier later. But that's okay. Yeah, I guess I'll him in for hand. Maybe. What can you do? Get lucky. I thought or maybe shoving against that range would be okay, but at the risk 3,700 and with 600, and it's not going to work in 90% of the time, whatever, so I have to work that math to be correct. I'm not even going to do that math. So just for that reason alone, I'm not going to risk it, even though chipping up's going to be nice. Also, right now I have a pretty vulnerable stack, and if doubled and crappy, might go up. The stack would only be vulnerable, but it'd be pretty much in desperate mode, and right now I'm not anywhere near desperate mode. So, there's just no reason to do that. If I turn the anti-chip, it's going to be a lot more money too, and it's probably a better time to start betting like that. Three-spade flop, how exciting. Oh, and Mitch has something going on. You might just have a single spade, possibly, or you have a big pair, you want somebody to get you a flush. Whatever it is, he's gonna pick it up, it looks like. Oh, and he left change tables. I don't want that. Yeah. I like it. She's got a nice guy. Oh well. Yeah, there's nothing to this hand, but conversation pattern until I can get into some fight in the lines. And I'll be part of it. Oh, and so will Scrappy. They're very short stack. Oh, and if any of you guys want to join PokerOwned, it's great free rolls. I think there's like 13 of them a day, something like that, and 4 of them on like merge gaming sites in Carbon. They're really awesome, and they're kind of fun, great community, and all sorts of ways to earn points on there, and then points can translate into redeems for sites, too. You can turn them into money for sites, or for eBay, or for other things, and it's just a lot of fun, and a great community as well. So if you guys want to join, you can put me JasonB12 on there, Jason, Jason, V as in Victor, 12, 1, 2, as a reference, and I would love that. Thanks. Back in Ace Rag, fold. The moon. Bugs. Interesting how often Logson seems to be out of position. I'm not sure if there's a reason for that or not. I'm under the gun. It's the only reason why I'm folding here. It's not actually that bad of a hand. But it's really hard to play in like this under the gun. And I didn't get a Brazilian limp or trying to limp, that's not worth raising, especially when I was just only sitting on whatever, 15 big blinds with the rest of this tournament. So I'll just fold. Logs and bets for like half a stack, there's just no way he's folding anytime here. He just wants the calling station to call maybe on a flop. So that was in play. And let's fold it. So yeah, he's gonna get double up if he can get unlucky. He does get unlucky. Pretty sickening. Twice now. I almost want to call my go, just for the simple sake of not having to have them win back-to-back. I want that back-to-back for myself. But I don't have to worry about it. They won't win anyways. Good. My go has to die. Yeah, you have to fall 190. I really hope to lose this pot too. Hell, come on. Pen like sucks. And now you jerk. Let's put my go in. Bitch. Sorry, I just yeah. Okay. So she won nothing. Doesn't matter. Wow. Fold machine knows how to fold in an open pot. Crazy. My stacks ring get a little bit short. I think I feel following along, so if I don't pick up my hand soon, it might get a little bit hard. But for the time being, what I'm playing is fine. I have to be really careful. No idea what just happened. No idea what just happened. I don't understand. Both are the hearts, but I don't get it. And then neither one of the odds. You know, that's a call, and you shouldn't have called. And the bets again was really weird and uncalled for. But no, not them. And we are on break. Oh, I'll be back in like 4 minutes. If you're watching this and we're rewatching this, you can just like skip forward 4 minutes if you want. I don't think there's a way that I can, with what I have available, to edit this. I don't think I can just skip 4 minutes on here seriously. So, sorry about that. I can get some actual editing software to do that. Go on, but I was only planning on making this today. I was kind of sidetracked by the way. These guys are just whining to each other and fighting over shit, and I'm not involved. phone. It's not working on my cell phone. No, yeah, this is a great offer. Stealing the blind is almost impossible against these players. Even though I really want to try it, I can't. The only non-American at the table is him. What if he understands English? He probably does. It'd be funny if he didn't understand English. And they just watched him blab back and forth and understand what's going on. But I would be surprised if he didn't. When 20 players come down to there, all players from table 3 will move into this occupied spots. It's 10-handed. And table 1 and 2 will become 10-handed again. And there'll be maybe hopefully a better player here to steal blinds from on my buttons. And my small blinds, I guess, too, so from him. But that's my best hope right now, to do much as far as that's concerned. I don't really want to just wait for a hand, but it's looking like it's my only option this very moment of time. Just frustrating, but write it out for now. Oh, lucky them. I can actually steal blinds from them without letting pressed in very easily. No blind. That's what it is. You know, they probably won't be pressed in, they'll probably fold. A lot of anyways are falling too wide. I mean they should, but they should call, and lots of they'll probably fold when I do that. I'll say that. Frustrating because they want bets I can't really call. You could do it with diamonds or with another straight draw. Well, 400 I can. Just pray. King rate odds too, but I miss. Okay, I missed, but if you have a 9, I can't really continue because of an 8, obviously. When I continue, I might have to fold this, and I really, really can't afford to. Ooh, that's a nice card. They could easily have 10 jack. Yeah, once Dan called, I knew it was good. Good. I was gonna shove here like anything. I'm short now though. I need to pull it fast. I played that may be bad. Maybe I should just fold. I'm not sure. I think I have to shove and pray at this point. I have whatever I have left behind. Oh, I've been calling too. That's hard. Okay, I'm just gonna wait. I'm not sure. I'm probably supposed to shove there. Actually, I'm supposed to shove there. But I don't know. That was probably a mistake by me anyway, so that way I played the hand. But once I got to the river, I hit my queen in my hand. Still not good. That was a clear, obvious mistake I made my part. thinks he's actually getting me annoyed, but he's not. I need a double up, I need a double up, I need a double up. And I'm gonna get hauled here 100% of the time. Maybe I should shove anyways, it's close. Everyone's gonna be coming here when one more player eliminated. I'm gonna wait for us. I don't know if we got a much better spot than that, but I know they're coming here. Get that more time for my mines, I guess, too. One more hand. I hate full machine. Makes my life miserable at a table like this. I'm gonna start. Look at that hand, really badly. Oh, you left. You just left. I'm shoving here, I have a king, and I'm missing brand. I think I called, but probably beat pretty badly. I think my killer called me way too wide, including Donk is probably coming like 82 cards. But I'm too short to do anything else. If the blind hits me again, I'm dead. I really don't have like almost any fold equity. But whatever I did have left is gonna be gone. I mean, there's no real skill to this. Just push and pray, bingo poker, whatever you want to call it. Please fold. I'm just gonna call my 2 cards. I would that. Well, if it's the 4, I'm gonna be absolutely pissed, and you guys don't want to see what happens then. Okay. I don't know if I'm draw here, but I'll go for pray. He checks behind. Full equity that brought to it. And what is? Yeah, and this is pretty much just heal or fold kind of poker at this point a little bit. I mean, there are other options once I get a little bit bigger of a stack, but with my stack size, can't really start playing to draw or whatever. I mean, like, if I have a big hand, I can call Nolan or something, but I can't really. It's all pre-flop, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Really want to just try to steal the blinds here. I really hope I don't get called. I don't have another better option. I'm all push our side for this. Fold pot with one that's most likely to call me here. Really hope they don't. Alright, sitting our king for position to use. Okay, good. I can build up a little bit of a stack from stealing blinds. Then I can start moving, taking that play around a little bit more. But that's really all I can do when I'm this short. I'm glad that Doctor is gone. I'm so glad for a lot of different reasons. Still made a big mistake against troll bait in one hand when I was calling down with the straight, inside straight draw. I mean, it's like great odds, but I was deep enough to credit call for it. I can talk. But I mean, if I would have just folded, I've been in a lot better shape, and I kind of put myself in an awkward spot. I'm lucky to be alive right now. I deserve to be. That was a bad play on my part. Okay. I'm glad that fold pot's losing chips. I don't like them having a big stack, so they'll call me really lightly if they do. And if I get shoved down or something, I have to call. limp so often. I'll likely get a caller, but there's no chance I'm not ahead here. I don't want to release this spray. Get my hand holds. And it does. Now my options just opened up a lot. I have a lot more plays on my arsenal right now. And I'm in good shape right now. Do a lot of different things. We're 6 away from the money. And the final table for that matter. And there goes the last tournament's champ. Which means no back-to-back for him, and that progressive prize pool is still rising. It's getting really big. It's probably almost 160 bucks right now. Like 156 or 57. He's probably pissed. Oh, ones are going to go up again after this hand. They're getting huge. There's tons and tons and tons of money in stealing blinds that can do it. But it's a risky proposition. Again, my king 9 I have no intention of doing anything with. But I'm trying to steal blinds. I get resistance. I'm gonna fold. But resistance, I mean, I'll push many of those. Nothing to do with the strength of my hand. It's just a good time to do it. Seeing this is a stronger hand, but I'm gonna fold. But I'm not really trying to play my cards as much as just play good hands, steal blinds. Usually. If there's a hand that I am gonna go with, like I say, I was in the small blind at the same spot that folded around to me with that same king jack. I might just open shove because I don't want it. Just it creates my full equity by the most, and I would go with it anyways to a reshove. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Because I'll be priced in at that point. So, but I think that's pretty common, basic, whatever. And no reason to flip for all those chips. And flipping at best. Ooh, that's kind of gross. We get a spot or two closer to the bubble. People are going to tighten up a lot, even the people that have been playing pretty crazy aggressive. And if I still have a good stack, then I can steal blinds a little more often than I am right now. You can miss this flop the majority of the time. I can just hopefully bet and just take it down. It's still going to change my hand. And she'd usually bet out the time she did hit something, I'm guessing, when she plays. Measure with aggro factor 32. And she really she only has on the flop, she's only 31% aggressive. US 1800, I have case queen here. She never folds the 3-bets, really, when he ready to raise up. It seems like 30% of the time. So I'm going to be called 100% of the time. I don't need to take that risk, even though I'm 100% sure I'm good. The blind still is kind of obvious. It's like right on my button. And full pot likes to call a lot, so I'm not sure if I need to push my luck here at all. Plus, I'm gonna be doing a lot of that coming up. Let's do it this hand, maybe. Better spot to do it. Oh, well, never mind. That ruins that. Again, it's because I don't want to play against him. Even if I'm ahead of his range, I don't need to take that gamble. If I was 100% sure I had this range and I did need to take the gamble, I would. Maybe I'm not sure if I'm 100% against ahead of his range with the King Queen, but it's pretty close. But I mean, I will if I needed to, but I don't need to, so I won't. I just want to protect my stack a little bit right now. I'm in a vulnerable spot in the sense that I lose the pot, I'm in really rough shape. But as of right now, I'm pretty fine. If he shoves, I have to call. I'm getting like better than 2.5 1 on the money. I have to. If I lose, it'll still be an okay hit. My jacket became dead. I'm gonna much dead money in these. If the action falls around me, this is a great spot to shove and hope I hit the blinds. If not, go for it. Yeah. Really good spot. If I get called, I'm probably flipping or something. Not that out of shape, hopefully. My most of my cards are alive. And rocket down calls protects the line. So I can't. I mean, well, damn, I need to limp, but I can't really press steal or anything here. And it's big blinds. Bet you the big spin, he has a big stack like that. Good steal spot. Be 3-bet me, I'm gonna have to pull to be shoved, so I'm gonna have to call. Yeah, I have to call and praise myself in. Pray. I'm gonna flip. Actually, I'm gonna go and flip, so I'm talking about. Yep. Oh well. I only have one move and shove, I guess. Really frustrating. Both guys also. One of these two are gonna call me. One. Yeah, Dana has to call, I think, and she'll think about it, but she has to call. Oh, but she won't. Wow, that was lucky. I wonder if she just is like. I don't even know why she would do that. That's gonna save my life. Just for now. Maybe turn my life. No way. Why do you have to call? Oops. They put me in every tough spot possible. They're trying to get rid of me or something. Oh, damn. Damn it. You're supposed to shove this, aren't I? And pray. I'm not going to. Because there's so many shorts there. It's against what I'm supposed to do, but I just want to wait a little bit longer. Because of other things that have nothing to do with this tournament. I mean, like last longer bets and stuff in this tournament. That's the reason why I folded there. Or have I passed to what we forced in? Next hand is going no matter what. I really wish action would fold around to me. So happy. I'll have to go with this. Hope that time she's taking means that she's not going to fall if I have anything. Yes. Alright. I'm so lucky. Thank you for winning this spot. I'm back healthy again. But if I... maybe I'm healthy because I should be called. But I'm in okay shape for a little bit. Even compared to where he was at. Sorry, I don't feel like I explained much lately. And mostly because there's not really much to explain. I mean, I'm just in a spot right now where I have to just shove or fold a lot and get really ugly spots, and I don't really want to get into a lot of the spots I have to get into, and it's not a lot of fun right now. It's not even, I'm lucky to be alive. I shouldn't be. Most of the time I wouldn't be. So, I mean, I'm purely just lucky to be at this point at all. And, I need to get my fold equity back slowly. Also, the two people that are most willing to call me are right behind me to the left, and we're getting to be shorter and shorter handed. So really, it's a lot of luck for me right now. I hope I can pick up hands. The interesting board. Game plays pretty straightforwardly. She missed a flop, but she doesn't have an ace high or anything, either she probably just will fold. She shows me too. Beautiful. That's like a kind of weird version of a pot control type thing. I think it's what he had. My favorite one on my shows me because it break when I cut it off. Oh, he said an 8. Parries. Okay. Winning 3 calls, just an 8. Yes, you would. I'm 2 away from the money. Woo, woo, I don't even know how I'm still alive. Yes, another thing I'm not really talking about either, I guess I could talk about, is that because we're 6-handed, that's why I'm playing so many more hands also, on top of everything else, is that, less people get around and so on and so forth. So playing makes no sense. Yeah, and I guess I'm just in the spot, so I got lucky. It's not that big of a deal either way. He wins it, he wins it. Shouldn't it up until he falls, he gets to loses anyways. Yeah, so he has to like force to get into a weird ugly spot again. I'm really happy I get those shifts in helpful. Not really very nice hand, but that's okay. 11 hand from now, this is much better yet. We're still a spot because he seems like he calls a lot of the calling station. Because we're in the bubble. I've played with him enough to know they tightens up a ton around the bubble. If that could the bubble in his playing ranges, he's probably playing much higher than this 44% even. I had that with him. That's what I don't think. I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit. I'll check in a second how many hands I played with him. But the thing is, though, is that when you have players like that who tighten up around the bubble a lot of times the tracker is a little bit misleading because the tracker would just assume, yeah, they're a fish, they play way too many hands. But I mean, a part of being a fish too is that they play too tight, especially now that we're like whatever we are, 5-handed, and they want to just make the money and min cash and end up playing to win. So, consider. Then DR is tightened up a ton too. But anyways, missile is blind. Rocket Dog could be doing anything. And he'll be betting every street with anything. And yeah, I have played them enough to know that he does stuff like that with any cards that he would willing to pre-flop play. So, and I mean, less than half of his range includes hands that even beat probably any ace, any king, including like king deuce even. He'd probably play like that. So, yeah. Oh, I guess I made the final table now. And anyway, going back to with hands rockets, it seems like it was a bad call, but he would literally do that with king deuce. I've seen him do it. I know he would do it. Oh, my tracker stats are off. They're from the last table still. I put my tracker stats for a few hands. They're still based on the last table. This is not table, this is the money we broke it. By the way, I thought I wasn't really talking about that either. The players here, good. Dame's still pretty good, I guess. And Diablo, 97.7 Diablo is good. Carl Exterior is decent, I think. I haven't played with them very much, and no one else here is that great. DR would be pretty good, but he tends to hand up too much around the bubbles, and I don't think it works very well for him. And Rocket Stun could be a lot better if he understood how to play player profiles a little better. His style works pretty good against fish, but he doesn't alter it very much. He seems to play, he doesn't really change gears much either. So I think he could be a lot better than he is. Ooh, big hand for the first hand. I don't know who covered. Ooh, wow. Wow. Nothing wrong with limping ace king. Great situation. He doesn't know he's talking about Nelson did. And the fact that James still betting, yeah, they're probably the big one. But that's everything. I've gotten so lucky to be here. And it doesn't make it anywhere near the money today. By the way, what I'm doing right now is just kind of folding, pick my stack for a little while. People are playing really aggressively, and there's a few really short stacks, and even doubling one of them up will give me a lot harder of a spot. And all the other big stacks seem to want to outfight each other, win big pots. So I might as well just let myself fold the fifth or so, maybe sixth or so, and reevaluate once the dynamic of the table changes a little bit. But unless I get a big hand, there's no real reason for me not to protect my stack right now. So that's all I'm doing. I'm not a big stack, but I'm kind of healthy. But I'm pretty healthy. But even pretty healthy, you know, it's only whatever it is, like 15 big blinds. So yeah. And the reason why this is a great play also, since people shoving around, that all the short stacks are going to have to make a move soon too. And I didn't explain this very well, I don't think. So I'm just trying to re-explain it. If I lose to somebody like 5,000 chips even, that 5,000 chips, instead of being a really, really short desperate stack for them, it's enough for me to put me close to that same desperation level. If I was talking about 6,000 or 7,000 chips, that's still really desperate. And it's, you know, it's getting to be a really big chunk of my stack that I have to risk, and there's a reason to be involved in those type of situations. Yada 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 yada. I don't even deserve to be at this table. I still feel like that one really bad hand I played. It got me so short. If DRH or Diablo shoves my big blind, no, I have to call. It's not really an option. That unless I mean unless it's about first or whatever as of right now. They were one of those two were to shove, I would have to call. And balls is a pretty much a calling station you can play straightforwardly. So you only bet if he actually has a hand, and he'll call with anything. And you draw into diamond, and you turn deuces. Oh, well, now I can bet. He probably doesn't have anything by the way he's playing now. He looks bluffy. He might call him a weird pair. Oh yeah, she had an ace. Kind of protecting my stack. It's El Diablo in the big blind right now. Use this one big, longer bets with that and soon. A lot of points on PokerOwned, and that'll be nice. Ooh, maybe now. You can catch king or some run around or something or other. Yay! Yay! I have one more left longer to win. And that balls in mouth. That one might take a little longer. That one's a small, so those ones I'm in. Like all 7 right, so I'll take it. Oh. I'm gonna change my settings back from my all-time settings back to this tournament. I think it's fun to compare and contrast. It's not really fun, but it's something good to do. That's why I kind of want to do it. Where is it? Oh, yeah, this one. I'll take the hand or two to update. Fold now. Okay. 2 minutes. It's place gone. Yeah, it's pretty similar. And I can open up. I mean, I'm under the gun, but it's a pretty strong hand. I'll rather just take the blinds, but it's not that bad. My free bet percentage is non-existent. That's why my symbol's different. Because I'm close, because 5 to 10% is a pretty good free bet percentage, but it's a smaller sample. It's hard to pull down. I think I make 7% for the other one. That's the difference in symbols from. But I think I mean, it's pretty straightforward otherwise. Percentages are all good. Yeah, and this table has now changed dynamics a little bit. No, there's no real big short stacks other than him been tightening up. And he's tightened up a lot with his big stack instead of dropping down with the other hand involved. So now I can open up my range a little bit more and I put playing kind of tight. Oh wow. That's close. Let me fold to show that I'm up with him. I am only folding because I don't need to take that risk. Yeah. I mean, it's probably the correct call against his range, but that's such a huge edge, I don't need to against the field. But in the case where I was at a much harder table, I would easily definitely fold. And I don't think you would do that with ace-jack either, so, I mean, it was kind of, I don't know. So, ace-queen was kind of an interesting spot. You could have done ace-king, you could have done a big pair. If I'm flipping, I don't know. I don't really like that spot. It's kind of ugly. Could have made just a limp. And then do the 3-bet show myself. But I would rather just take the blinds when I have the choice. If you would say I would have personally to see a flop first, which it clearly didn't do. I also know now that it's just playing its big hands. It's straightforward. It's not really playing steal blinds or play back or whatever. So here, if you miss the king and the 9, they'll just fold. Play straightforwardly. fist and ace high or something. That's frustrating if he did it. Both that he won't. Oh well. I'm so lucky shit. Maybe I'll get on into really. Not a big deal. Either way, it's not a really big deal. I'm still like shit. I still have like 10 big blinds, but it's. I mean, considering the stack sizes, it's not. I mean, also like 10 big blinds isn't that much different than 20 big blinds, or it's like isn't that much better than the short stacks right now. I could just be that shit. I mean, probably it's not more under Michelle that having the shells and four the same ranges. So make it be it's a little bit harder, but it's not that big of a difference compared to like stack as you think it would be. Although now I'm probably gonna open shove whenever instead of just not when I want to take blinds into wait for hand because I can't really raise fold anymore. My stack's too short for that. I have an ace and I want to take these blinds if I can. I get resistance so well. Yeah. Most of the time I won't. Again, I don't get involved with Fold Machine specifically, and those two players are the most likely to call them to begin with, and I'd rather just let balls malls go out, mostly because of our last longer bet too. Without committing them, so I can't really raise fold either. I don't know if I stack with that hand, so I'm happy with what I did. Also, I just raise the hand with the king jack. If my hand comes up with the king jack, raising two hands in a row is kind of it makes it look more like I'm overdoing it, and makes it more like a people call. Plus, in the future, if I have another hand soon after, it's making it much harder for me to raise because my table image is going to be much more. Looks like I'm stealing, so I was going to do that. Either my table image, yeah. And more 6-handed, so 6 of us left, so that should be some things too. That's be people should be playing a little bit wider, calling a little wider, whatever. Especially some balls are short. That's be making more moves and whatever. Pushing the left a little bit more sometimes. Big pot. And there was a false hands too. That's bad up there, so. But then. I am now the short stack. By the way, everything I said about Rocket Sun earlier about being okay, I take that all back. If I'm going to pay attention enough to know. I mean, it seems like he was pretty, okay. For this one, playing against bad players, but he overdoes that. He did that a lot there. We're gonna break here in a second. Maybe one more hand, I'm not sure. Let me check my stats my last longer bets. Just bear with me, guys. Okay, one. This one. No. Won that one. He's out. The guy's out. The guy's out. Who's out? This level's out. Ours out. 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 Yeah, I won them all. Yeah, I guess I won them all. Okay, good. And then one of these top ones. I mean, I guess myself $8 for my phone. And Golden he made it also. I'm about to pick anyone, right? Okay, go on everything other than they don't get me like weird or not. 20 points. Each tournament, oh by the way, if you guys are watching and you're not PO members, each tournament costs 150 points. For me it's 135 because I'm tracking over to the site for setting up under their site. But see, when I win these stuff, I can just kind of keep myself afloat. But if you don't keep yourself afloat, just spraying in the forum gets you points. Doing offers and like random, I don't know what I tell you, random videos you can watch, or surveys. I don't know what your surveys, or well, listen to a radio station, like radio AC. Just seeing like random, like crowdflower, like weird. Go search Google for this and type in the results, things like that. Those give you offers, downloading things or whatever else you might have here give you offers and buy points. Yeah. And then time for the lock-in too. Or actually, that's not for a while, wasn't it? I'll wait for that one. And just get out here and yeah, if I get top 3, I get more points for that too. I'll grab it if I was that person too. Okay. Oh, and my points, by the way, I have a lot more points than you guys see. I have a bunch of them loaned out. What it? We're back. And now that Baltimore doubled up, Rockdon's plays a short stack pretty poorly, shoves a little too light, so that's going to be an interesting dynamic as well. I need to chip up pretty quickly. I'm running pretty short now. It's your first opportunity I have to do so. I'll try to, but it's like, what can I do? If I don't get up, he doesn't come up. So I'm just waiting. It's not the hand to do it with. Might have to keep rolling and waiting for better spots. We'll find out. If nobody raises his hand on me, maybe I'll be okay. Yeah, and now I'm going to be by far the short stack, especially if all machine folds. Oh, they should be, they call. Yeah, wow, might have just bubbled up a spot. I mean, the spots I'll burn as much as being top couple. I would rather do that, but nice. We're 500. And the power of one double ups can get me back to like 17,000 chips after the blinds and andes as well. So it would have been nice. So yeah, I'm not as worried about being this short as for the fact that it's like I don't hold equity. See, because I can't normally I could steal spots like this, but I can't do that because I'm the full equity. Well, I do, but not enough. Although this is a different player here, I could easily shove a lot easier. So I'm gonna have to flip soon. More 500. I mean, if I could just get like a king high or something, I would gladly shove. Can't seem to find that though. Oh, the Rockadon's not eliminated. I'll be 400 here. Oh, yep. Over 400. No, I really just shove here. I mean, I'm so short. Pray. I'm gonna reach shove just up. I'm sure I'm not good then. Okay, maybe like a lucky. Yeah, and this is where I met her and maybe I'm lucky in a risky spot. Maybe it happens again. We'll see. Yes. I didn't deserve that, but I'm getting lucky. Make it just seem like it's just normal. If you have any club or anything like that fold, then just I haven't played with them before. Well, that was cool. Bets and if not, whatever. Can't really play against somebody like him. I mean, I can't really bluff against someone like him. And it's all his. Got so lucky though. I mean, so many times. I mean, that's how you win tournaments. Really, repeatedly get lucky. And I'm not saying I should have won a lot of the hands I did. That's the reason why I missed seed. Okay, and I need to steal blinds really quickly. I mean, really desperate again. I mean, I know it's just a king board four-handed, and I'm paying 3,000 for the blinds and 75. I'm paying like 3,500 every four hands. So I can't steal 300 every four hands. So if I can't steal once per round, I'm losing way too many chips. So I mean, that minimum I have to do that today, just put on my hat. So that's what I'm king to do. So it's well above that range. Well, 35. I don't care. It doesn't really make a difference if he does very much. I really hope he folds, but I don't know if he will. Maybe not. I'm gonna sit here and tank for a second. Just so I don't trying to steal on. He does it every time I've shoved. Every time I try to steal one, he's shoved over. So I kind of am just gonna stop that now. It's a little lesson learned a little too late. I mean, I kind of knew that he was doing that, but I don't know. Yeah, I need to chip up so badly. All the kind of options. It's a really hard table to steal the from. I should know better than that. He probably think 2 cards, 3,000 them, probably best thing. Show magic boosting around even though kind of them. Same thing. Gotta go with it. I'd rather just steal the blinds, but if I get called somewhere, I have to hope and pray. In this place, I guess a big raise or a pair higher than 9s, but it might be. I like the fact he's taking so long because usually he calls if he takes so long. Just I've never seen tank involved. Yeah, 3 and 7. It's pretty gross. I really hope I can mess down for the well. The rough line out. Rough line out. A really bad call, but I'm not going to say anything about it. You know what? Whatever. That's my tournament. 4th place. Not really good. It would have doubled up that one more time, though. I probably could have got a really good win to win it, but it happens. I would have shoved the 4,000 on him. On Luke's should hand before, you know, it would have maybe gotten balls multiple to begin with. I should have probably done that. So, I mean, could have at least 3,000 more because I would have lost 1,500 or 1,000 for my blind. I blind anyways, but you get what I'm saying. I made some mistakes. Yada yada. I could have probably played a lot better. But I just kind of want to get this video out there just for fun. So, if you want to, you can tell me what you guys think, and whatever. I played pretty bad, but, you know, peace out.